What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Bofina1, bringing you guys in another YouTube video. And I want to discuss the whole issue many people are having with the new Space Jam movie starring LeBron James. So many of you remember the original one with Michael Jordan that many would say was a big movie during their childhood. Michael Jordan was the face of the NBA during that time era, and now LeBron James has taken over that spot, which is why he was in the new Space Jam movie. Many people had a lot of negative comments regarding this movie. I had a chance to sit down and watch it this past weekend, and honestly, this movie, in my opinion, should not be getting as bad reviews as it has gotten. The big thing people are saying regarding this movie is that it is cheesy and that it's not as good as the first one. I want to take time out to mention that many of the people that are making those remarks/comments are adults. This is a child's movie, just how it was when the first one came out. Times have changed. This movie, not to spoil too much of it for those who have not had a chance to watch it, but it's heavily revolved around technology, something that was not even really a thing back in the day when the first one came out. Yes, I will admit that the movie did have some corny and cheesy comments and all that, but then again, didn't the first one as well? Many of the critics are watching the movie from a much more mature mindset, rather than a child's mindset or even just in the generation right now mindset. People were also mad that his family was not in the movie. And it's funny because, I don't know, maybe they did not want to be in it. Maybe, we did not think that maybe LeBron's kids are not talented in the acting, part of it. Like, they might be good at basketball, whatever the case is, but maybe they're not good at acting and they didn't make the cut. I mean, that happens too. It just amazes me how much criticism this movie received for it to be a kid's movie. I mean, I understand there being expectations, but honestly, I don't have high expectations for movies like that, especially for a remake of a good movie. Typically, the second one is not as good as the first one. That's just how it always goes. A lot of these movies that try to hone in on the nostalgia or get, I guess you say, the money from people that watched the first one so many years ago, and they kind of bait them in like, hey, we're going to make a second one. So we're going to have all these people that watch the first one are going to be excited to watch the second one, to feel that nostalgia, to feel possibly the same way, whatever the case is. It's usually never as good as the first one. That's just the case. And the ones that are whining about this whole thing probably are watching on HBO Max. So what's your issue? You have a bunch of other movies to watch. You're paying the same $14.99 or whatever it is a month. It's not like on Disney Plus where, like for example, Black Widow, you had to pay $30 to get that premiere access unless you went to the movie theaters. HBO Max, it's like you were already paying that monthly fee. And that's honestly who I believe is a lot of the people that are complaining about it. And I'm not no LeBron fan. I know someone will say it. I just feel like people are always looking for something to hate on regardless. And that's just me. The reality of this movie is the storyline I don't think was that bad, but LeBron James is just not a good actor. And it is what it is. If you watch on HBO Max, you're already paying the $14 or whatever the fee is a month to watch other movies. So it really shouldn't get under your skin like that. If you went and saw the movie at the theater, I mean, I don't know, it's still a pandemic. So good chance you've not been doing much anyway. So, hey, you just got a little bit of entertainment. You got something to bitch about, whatever the case is, and whine about. Like, I just feel like in general, what was the high expectations for this movie to begin with? Yes, was the first one better than this one? Of course. But I think people in general are looking for something to nitpick at. Like, I don't know. I don't really know what people's expectations were. Like, from the previews, I kind of knew the storyline was going to be the same. Okay, so they're going to twist up, instead of it being like how it was in the first one, his son gets captured. So he calls on the Toon Squads to help him out to win the game to get his son back and, in a sense, save the world. I mean, it was kind of the same type of thing with the first one. Michael Jordan reaches out to the Toon Squad to help him, so it kind of followed the same thing. So I don't know why people are so surprised. I think it's the acting. I really think that's what it is. I think it's LeBron James' acting skills. I'm not saying that Michael Jordan was some amazing actor, but I think his acting skills or his charisma was better, or is better than LeBron James. And I think that's the biggest difference that you see, because both of them kind of share the same storyline. It's the acting aspect of it. But let me know your guys' thoughts about this down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll chat with you later. Peace, Fan Army.